Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Replay Dump 4. We're probably gonna do 2 to 5 replays today, but they're pretty long, so we're gonna go through on 16 times and we're gonna be doing just casting the games and showing what happens and stuff. We might do 8 times for some parts but we don't want to waste too much time. It's just replays. You just want to see some fun examples of what might happen if you're playing LWG. Alright. So here we have me, Cran, in the bottom on Little Ohana, and Cognite, who I think plays SC2 too, in the top. Okay, let's speed up a little. Now I'm sending a worker out. And I'm going 2-den, and he's just going for a 1-rax expand, like I was hoping. I saw him do 1-rax expand, and I lost some ladder points, so I wanted to pick the game up versus him. So actually, we might want to watch this on 2 times because it's pretty crazy, the stuff that happens in this game. And now the wolves are building up. Scout to confirm. Workshop goes down. The attempted intercept on the raider. And more wolves coming in. He's pretty concerned seeing the wolf count, but he doesn't suspect that anything is up, really. And his raiders should be able to beat my wolves, but I'm just like really good at jumping on the raiders and hopping on and catching them, so I take a solid kata shot in the middle of my wolves, but I basically have to defend this tower which protects the catapult. He has 5 low health raiders and I have a bunch of wolves, so. And he didn't know that you could target buildings from the low ground. So I'm just posturing and I have to take a good fight. So he goes down here and I know it's my opportunity. And he wants to kite, but as he gets low health raiders and he starts losing some. So that fight went really pretty bad for him because he lost a lot of health. He loses another raider and yet another and has to flash out of the way. And I start to repair the kata. He has a second barracks, but this barracks looks like it's gonna go down. And then I start targeting the tower, so, and if you were checking the production tab, I was making wolves the whole time, so obviously now I made wolves, I lost wolves, but didn't lose that many. I have a lot of them, and I'm once again happy to take this fight, as I have supply blocks, and a lot of units, so if I lose a few units, it's not that bad. Getting the health of the raiders down. Obviously, I live in Las Vegas, so I also have to think about the football team, the Raiders, which has very expensive tickets, very difficult, and I make a second tower. So he crashes out at the end of this game. He gets kind of upset, and I think it's funny. I'll have to clip this. Look at what he says and I get my worker out of there. And I'm taking the choice catapult shots because I'm just targeting the building. and then I have to be very careful about targeting the units because I can hit my own walls. I could see that he was crashing out from the first question. I thought this was a ranked game, so I thought I was gonna have to concede or something. I was getting worried. I didn't have vision. He didn't know that you could shoot buildings from the low ground. It's up a ramp. What? In the words of Cognite, bruh, WTF, broke AF game, GG. Thanks, Cognite. I needed those 34 ranked points after I was number 1 in Div 2, and I got booted out 100 points to 14th place by the player Burby, who thought it was funny. I think Burby is AC is potentially is the same person, but I think lots of accounts is good. I don't think it's overalting or anything. But obviously, if we look at the income, he was stacking at the end and he lost his racks, so he couldn't make anything. He was 1,350 gold ahead, but that's the money he had at the end of the game. So, yeah. He managed to mine 1,500 from his second income source. I wish it would show us the units lost and stuff, but I guess it would have. The units lost, the gold lost, because he loses everything once he loses. Okay. This game is good. I played this earlier today. I was proud of my play in this game. So we're gonna speed through on 16 times for the whole game. This was Neasy Whale versus Sort. Like I said, lots of accounts is good. So I didn't think he would actually run his wolf through my workers, so that's why I didn't catch it immediately. I was worried. He's scouting all around for a proxy. He loses his wolf, and I start getting my second base up. We have his second base is a little bit slower than mine. I was one worker ahead, but then he made his next worker. Now he's one worker ahead. I think I forgot to hotkey my castle or something like that. Now, I am Neasy Whale, so I didn't tell anybody. I was like pretending to meet people. That's called smurfing. Like the Smurf movies, because they always do that. But no, I was just messing around, to be honest. And he brings all his wolves, and he wants to deny my fourth base. He thinks it's my third base, but it's my fourth base at 6 minutes. So I'm basically doing what Happy said and taking really quick expansions, quicker than the opponent. And my third base got up way before his third base, and obviously my fourth base as well. If we look on the mini-map, he didn't scout that I had this. And he's not choosing this. Now he sends a wolf around to this base. He's looking for like a proxy maybe. Now he's going to scout this base, but my tower is getting up, and I have all these units. I'm just playing defensive because I've been so economic. These workers get pretty courageous. And I split off 4 units to this base, and my army goes here. Basically, I'm ahead in eco. He chooses to get a 4th base, and he's making 3 workshops, and So he's made all 3 races, mech, beast, and barracks. And human, mech, beast, and human. I always call it barracks. Yeah, and he made workshops, I made mills, so he can have a push, but I can have map control and air superiority. And I also made 1 workshop, so I think one workshop catapult production is better. His scouting is pretty good this game, especially since I'm playing defensive. I wasn't scouting at all. I could have scouted with 1 gyro at this point, and I had raiders, so I could have scouted with the raiders at any point. I want to make a house up here, but he takes some damage to kill my worker. So now I guess I'm gonna have to secure the high ground before I make a house up there for spotting purposes. I'm making houses next to my watchtowers so the wolves can't really surround it. He has a lot of archers, which are not going to be good versus my foreign building catapults. But now he's deciding to build 3 catas at a time. He takes his 5th base. I take my 5th base. I'm ahead in workers, and I'm ahead by 1,000 gold in income. So obviously I've been rewarded for my greed, but it's not. Any bad fight can signal that I'm gonna lose my lead or whatever. And I lose 2 gyros flying into these archers, but now I know that he has a ton of archers, and I know the position. So all of his supply is tied up in archers, which can't do much when I have 3 catapults. He's making catas very slowly. I'm seeing his mill, and there's no watchtower here, so I start targeting down workers. He has an advanced workshop, and he's making a 2nd advanced workshop. And up to 5 workers with this run by, as I didn't get any earlier in the game. And I'm wanting to take out the I'm wanting to get his workers as low as possible. I'm securing the high ground because I want to take this base. He's scouting this base and that base, but I'm gonna want to take this base. Usually I play Cran, but I made an account with a good name for once, so I play Neezy. People call me Neezy on Twitch and stuff. There's a corresponding Twitch account for this Littlewargame account, so you can check that out. But it's not going to make videos, just for commenting purposes. So he has a lot of katas, and I have to respect that, but I have a lot of room to back up. I'm confident to trade out the raiders, maybe. It seems really similar to American football. And people were talking about soccer in the LWG Discord. A lot of lag for a second, I don't know why. I have these units still split off here, so they're gonna secure my 6th base at this location. Yeah, so I make a tower on the high ground here to further secure my ramps and stuff. I backed up. He had a lot of katas, so he sort of could have forced the issue, but with so many archers, he's gonna basically, is 4 times gonna be faster? There's a lot of lag on 16 times right now. This game is like 37 minutes long. So I go to the tower and I just focus workers, not the tower. Now, 16 workers lost, and I have 61 workers to his 48. So I have 5 base saturation, 12 at each base. He wants to push just because he had lost some units to harass. And I guess I basically say that he can do that. And he's gonna get some workers. He's got 4 workers this game. I've got 16. And I have to take a really good fight here. I basically... These soldiers come in at an angle. He lost a ton of archers. I did not lose that many archers. So Zort just makes sort of some critical mistakes at times, and that's why I was able to come out ahead in this early game and into the mid game. As we progress to late game, I'm making, if you look, I'm making 2 attack upgrades and 1 armor upgrade. I know I can get on top of the archers with the gyros. And now I have map control and air superiority. I traded out all my archers and all my raiders and stuff. And some things are gonna happen. Sword is gonna wanna take this base. I'm gonna wanna secure this high ground so he can't take this base. I feel like his second base still has 2k in it, whereas mine only has 1.2k in it. I'm remaxing on gyros. I have a lot of mills, and I'm gonna make more mills this game. So I have 8 mills right now, but I think I'm gonna get up to 13 by the end of the game. His army can't fight mine, but I didn't know to get on top of that because I just had to split versus the ballista, and that army basically loses. But instead, I make the great decision to push out, and I think I have 4 attack upgrades on the gyros. Maybe they were buffed. That's weird. Last time I saw it was 1 per upgrade. But this lag. But I think it was all the clicks causing the lag. And I get on top of this mill, and then I have to leave because I'm fearing that this airship has ballistas in it, and he can't pick up quick enough, and I can sort of fight the gyros. I think maybe Sort was getting pulled apart a little bit here. He takes this base, and I pick out all of these watchtowers, and I start to get on top of the workers, and I don't really want to fight because the ballistas are coming, but I'm able to kill even more workers. I've killed 28 blue workers this game. Wow. Now these units are securing this base. I think Sort has lost some modicum of hope. I have the 4 units and the tower coming up, so should be secure to what he's putting out. And I want to take this base, and I want to take that. I want to take this base, and I want to take this base. So I actually had a lot of mill production, so I was comfortable just losing my gyrocrafts when the fight came, basically. Looks like 16 times is gonna lag it, so we have to continue at this speed. Kind of unfortunate. he's gonna want to now take the fight with his catapult ballista army. I have a gyrocraft catapult army, and I'm taking bases. I move up to deny this base, and he moves to deny this base. So we're in a base trade scenario. He uses a smaller screen than I do, which might have something to do. Well, I mean, he's beat me many times before. I don't want to talk too much trash. I was just happy to take this game. I think he might have given me some ease of winning because he didn't know I was the same person, or he thought I was a new player. So I'm able to eliminate this base, splitting my units. There's only 300 gold left in this base. Really big plays because there's 6k here, 4.8k here. If I hold on to that, see, he didn't get all 6 catas firing. Oh no. I'm able to catch 2 dropships, 2 airships, and it's not the most ideal situation for his unit. Brains on fire. I go to his army here, and he sort of split up and lost some units. I'm not sure how. There wasn't much to fight for on my end, so I just rebuild this base. My workers stayed alive, so. Oh my god, I take this base and I'm building a bunch of towers because I'm like sure that he's gonna push that way. And now we're gearing up. He's built both towers and he's eager to take this expansion, but I think at some point I cleared out this base again. He never sent workers back to mine here, just here. He's not getting full saturation. There's only 170 gold left here, but his army's out of position. He goes to deny this base again and kills most of the workers with his gyrocrafts. But I think he senses that I've taken a big lead here. I'm stacking 5,000, whereas he has 110 supply and only 300 gold. So, seems like I have a big lead. But with gyrocrafts, obviously you can lose your whole army, and that could be a way that I could spend all that money and throw, basically. Oh my god, I'm wondering if this is like internet lag or something. This is really, my computer might be too hot to handle this game. There's 2 ballistas in this airship, and I know to get out of there. And I pre-split my gyros so that I can, because I want to take this fight now. But I don't. I pre-split for this fight and give it some time. And I just want to trade out. This was a really bad fight for me, but the split is pretty much holding, so. Now, I lost my whole army. We have even supply now, both around 110, 115, and he wants to bring the fight to me, basically, but I have towers at all the bases that I'm using, he jumps on top of these 3 towers. He doesn't have +5 armor, whereas I do. But he does have +5 attack. So I'm willing to sack some units to protect this base. I bring the repair down on my units, and if he had brought all his ballista there, it would have been better for him. He still has 6 ballista over here that he didn't repair. And now I've remaxed. My bank is down to 3.3k. And I basically have to take the fight and win. The ballistas come out, but I have a split, so I'm happy to once again sit at this base and fight the workers. Workers, other than making watchtowers, don't do so much damage to gyros. This fight, if he had pre-repair, it would have gone better. My next wave of gyros comes out, and I think it's close to the end. I want to fight these towers and these bases. I find these katas on my side of the map and force them back. This base has 4.5k. This base, he only mines 700, 625, so I'm taking my katas with my gyrocrafts, trying to pre-split, see what I can do. But I was really proud to have this win, because I usually I have a losing record versus Swords, so I wanted to find something I could do to find something different. Hi. Okay, Jay-Z making a weird wall. I don't know why he would wall that off so hard. So I make this. I'm making 2-den, aggressive 2-den opening. And oh my god, this lag. I get 3 wolves and know that I can fight the raider. My wolves are coming out here. I was fighting his worker, trying to set up a situation where he really wants to wall off. That's basically what's happening here. I see this raider, and he's trying to cut off my reinforcement, but he loses it. He could have flashed out. And my watchtower is going up. Yeah, replay dump 4. Really interesting stuff. Now this dance, it's a delicate dance, but Jay-Z actually has won a bunch of games versus me, so I really wanted to pick up the win. He's a good macro player. Maybe I just don't harass and scout and multi-prong and harass, basically. I need to learn how to do that stuff with LWG units, because it just doesn't make much sense to me for some reason. I have 3 katas out. He takes a really bad volley from the katas, and seems like GG. He says, well played, Ethan. See, Jay-Z, not like Cognite, very good manners. He loses the game and still says, well played. GG. And thanks to Jay-Z for being my practice partner and playing with me these days. I like playing versus Jay-Z. He's usually on around 12 to 1 p.m. PST. He's a cool guy. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Replay Dump 4. Yeah, I might take all the episodes and put them in a playlist and post them somewhere to Discord. But, yeah. I want to do 4 or 5 replays, but I feel like that basically sums it up. Thanks for watching, guys.